This is Holly Sparkman, and I'm talking about the website that I created called Us3. It's about myself in my plural marriage. It's about the three of us and what we've done together. So I created this website. I created a logo. There's the logo. And that shows up in the tab, Us3. First, I've got frequently asked questions under About, and I've added quite a few of those. To help people kind of understand what it is, what our marriage is. Then there's pages about us individually, so that's what these are. My husband is an artist and a painter, so this kind of gives a little synopsis of him, the things that he's done. Same with my wife. There's a page about her. Then there's a separate post about the two of them together. So this is kind of their story here. They started a coffee house, and that's where I met them. So there's a page about the coffee house. There's pictures of the interior as well as people who used to frequent the coffee house. So that's somewhat of a portfolio page. There's also a small synopsis about what it was, what the place was. These are my links to social media. So I learned about how to add those widgets. Haven't added a whole lot to that social media, but that could get added to later. So then we sold the coffee house and went traveling. So there's a page about us traveling. This is a timeline with links to all of the different state parks that we stayed at. And there's also a link to a post about pictures that I took of my wife while we were traveling. So this is the page of traveling pictures. There's also portfolio pages of my wife at the Sanctuary Coffee House. I took a lot of photos of her when we first got together. And then there's also photos of her at our house. So this is another portfolio post. I've got posts of writings that I've done about myself. Pieces of an autoethnography that I wrote for another class. So then after we got done traveling, we moved to Southern Illinois. So this is a post about, or this is a page about living in Southern Illinois. This one still needs pictures and stories added to it. There's also a post about my husband's paintings because he's a painter. So I borrowed a camera and took new pictures of his paintings, and I've added a gallery of painting pictures with information, and eventually I'll add more in-depth description because a lot of his paintings have things written on them, so I'm going to add the words that are on the paintings. These can be scrolled through. Then I have a page about inspirations. So I've got a must-see movie list, and all of these have links to IMDb pages. So that list is pretty long, and it'll change over time. I'll add more information about why all these were picked, and then there's some honorable mentions. I've also got must-read books, must-listen to musicians. This is just a list at this point. I don't have links, but those will come eventually. And then the must-read books has links to Goodreads pages with information about each of these books. And again, I'll go more into in-depth of why those are on the list. And then I also have a page on dogs, because I consider those part of our inspiration. We've had many dogs over the years, so I've added pictures, and more pictures will come of those. So I'm very glad to have done this class. I've learned a lot. I will continue to use this website and add information and stories. It was very challenging learning about social media and how to use WordPress, so I definitely feel like I'm going to continue on with this project. And I've enjoyed adding information and links and pictures, and so I plan to use this more and share it more and see if I can maybe get some traffic and maybe get some information or some attention to my husband's paintings. But overall, this has been a great class, and I'm glad to have learned about it. Thanks very much.